I'll say this about Drew and really the whole room. I mean, their abilities physically, fit any offense. So I think, as we get into this spot in camp, we need to really hone in on specifically, concepts we want to, as I look on primary, secondary, auxiliary. And Drew can play through anything that we've asked him to do, conceptually.
Primary, secondary. What was the last word? Auxiliary? I mean, didn't know Mike McCarthy from Greenfield would be using all these big words. One thing I've learned about him, and we knew he was a good coach. I mean, he's won a Super Bowl. Someone texted in saying, are you worried that we're going to see a lot of what we saw in Dallas? No, I'm hopeful we see what we saw in Dallas. What are you talking about? He went 12-5 3 straight years. I thought he was a big teddy bear and a good motivator and a good offensive guy. I had no idea how technical he was. Mm-hmm. And I have, through training camp, a new appreciation for Mike McCarthy. Now, hey, you start losing games in the regular season, that goes away real quick.
Yes.
It's all about how many games you win. It's about developing the young quarterbacks. But I do have an appreciation for the football mind of McCarthy that I don't know that I thought enough about to form an opinion on before they hired him, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Respect him more now as I've looked under the hood and because he's local and we've had a better opportunity to sort of understand him and hear him speak and watch how he does business.
Yeah, whenever he's in Green Bay, I thought it was more about Rodgers than him.
Me too.
Now it's like, it was a joint effort. Definitely a joint effort.
Yes.
Definitely. I never thought about that until now. I'm like, okay, this makes sense now. This is why it worked.
Totally agree with you. And I went back and I was watching, as I do this time of year, a lot of old college football highlights and stuff. And there's this cool account that you can watch highlights from every week, whip around highlights going back years and years and years of Saturdays through college football past. And I saw some Rodgers, and he's slaying it in college, but he looked all goofy, we've talked about. I mean, It is staggering. Watching him do a 7-step drop from under center at Cal with the football up pretty much above his helmet. It's just very odd. And then you see he's got the quickest release, him and Dan Marino, I think, in NFL history. And McCarthy had a lot to do with that. Do you feel better, worse, the same about the Steelers? No wrong answer here. After training camp is now finished up. 412-928-9370. We'll get to some calls in a second. There are, I think, winners and losers. I got 3 winners.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes.
I have Broderick Jones as a winner.
Explain.
He came back and played, first of all, which I didn't know that he would. Still looks a little like he needs a little more sand in the pants. But he played most of that first preseason game. I thought acquitted himself well. And I think his main competition at right tackle's been hurt.
Yeah.
And I don't think Dylan Cook looked all that great in the preseason game. In fact, I thought he got beat on a couple of pass rushes, gave up a sack on the second series of that game on Thursday. Broderick Jones, a guy that maybe could be traded, but because of the injury to Max Ahanacher, I think you like having his depth, and there might be a path to him playing.
I like that.
Thank you.
I like that.
Another one.
Okay.
Y.A. Black.
Yes, for sure.
You hear a lot of good things. We saw some good things in the preseason game, and they now have him playing nose tackle. And I can't get the image of his big belly hanging out of my mind. He looks the part. And finally, obviously, Dalen Everett.
Yeah.
Those would be my top 3 winners. Are there any other winners?
Asante Samuel Jr.
Great call.
Yes.
I can't believe I didn't put him there.
He is definitely a winner. I'm going to say...
He might be part of their long-term plans now.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they paid him $4 million this year, right?
Yeah.
1-year deal, kind of a prove-it deal, but still, it's not like he's getting league minimum.
You see where things go with Jamel Dean, but it could be JPJ and Asante Samuel Jr. for the next handful of years. I mean, this isn't a guy who was a bad player. He's a guy who got back problems, neck problems, whatever, spinal problems, fixed it, now looks like the pedigree guy that he was before. That's a great call.
May, in a weird way, Travis Homer.
Yeah.
Travis Homer, because for him to get the reps at running back, I mean, he has gotten a lot of reps at running back. I remember him, Seattle, years ago?
I mean, he just started the preseason game, for God's sake.
Exactly. So, for him to kind of solidify, now you knew that he was going to be a special teams guy, but he's more than likely solidifying that third running back spot. That's big for him, and obviously you want to trust a veteran guy like that who has, he has carries in the NFL. But Travis Homer, and then got to go Drew Allar, I think.
Yes.
Is a big winner. Is a big winner just for his sake, not for anything else. Just for his mental, his mind, his growth. I think he's a big winner. And just knowing where, and we talked about this a bunch, knowing where he came from last, the last thing he knows is breaking his ankle in college football, and how that year was just awful for him. To go out there to be able to do what he did the other night, big win for him.
Yeah, we hear how they were breaking him down to build him back up, and we all saw the footage and heard them talk and him talk at Steelers rookie camp about what a long process it was going to be. And so I had expectations where it was going to be ugly. And there's been some downs in camp too from everything we hear. But then we saw him play really well in the preseason game, and I grade on a curve. Like, I was not expecting him to look that good. And I know who he was playing against. I know that there wasn't game planning or anything like that. But when my expectation was, he's going to pretty much trip over his own feet and he can't hit layups, to then go out there and only throw 3 incompletions and look really comfortable, I think, yeah, he has to be a winner.